chat on my laptop.
What it do? I think it's messed up. You got Ryan Garcia's face next to mine, making me look bad over here. That's a beautiful man. That is a beautiful man. No Diddy. Beautiful man. Oh man.
All right, I got both chats.
I'm glad we finally doing this shit. Now you got the whole setup.
It's
You
set up
really do.
perfect. Like the
You got
voice
the
levels are
setup
perfect.
on point. Ha ha ha. This is a great setup.
All right. Okay. We're live. Everything is set up. You go to
Yes,
my.
sir.
I have questions for you. Okay.
Oh, I'm ready. I got ears. Let me hear it.
All right. So you are the legendary G's Bud Blog,
That is true.
and you're
That's a fact.
currently.
The one and only.
You used to be the number one Florida reviewer. Is this true?
I believe so. I
I
mean, that
believe
is
so too.
certainly that is a flattering label to put it.
But now you're in
Especially
California.
to hear it from you. I do thank you for that. But yeah, man, I think you and I were certainly among the best, most well known, and higher quality review videos out there
And I
in
will
Florida.
say, you are the reason I started my channel. So you are the first reviewer I saw. But the one thing I stole from you is I went in your description with the viewers 18 plus. I think I had to steal that for my description.
Nah, man. Like I said, it's when you came out, I was like, oh shit, I got competition. But I was like, nah, man. Like this dude seems like someone who's really down to just compare and contrast with
Yeah.
and see like how well you do these reviews, and it's just man, it's really cool hearing that coming from you. And yeah, man, I'm just glad we're doing this because I also look up to you because you're still on the same shit, man. You're still pumping out them videos. You're going to the best fucking places. And I got questions for you too. Oh shit, there's a spider right here. Let me smack that motherfucker. There you
But
go.
you're in
I
California
got
now.
questions for you too, motherfucker. So, I mean, let's go.
They don't know that. Like, where are you in California now?
I'm in San Diego, man. I'm basically what's referred to as like the Florida of California.
Yeah.
So, it's right above Tijuana, Mexico.
Uh huh.
And if you don't know about Tijuana, Mexico, it's like one of, if not the most dangerous cities in the world.
Yeah.
And funny enough, Randy, that crime don't happen here. There's trafficking and drug shit happening and a lot of theft. My fucking car got stolen here. But
Already?
as
Like
far as like,
recently?
yeah, my shit got taken here. But as far as like all that crazy shit that happens over there, it doesn't reach San Diego. It reaches LA, but it like skips over. It's really nice here.
Now, how would you compare the program here to there? Is Florida really mid? Is it really as bad as people say?
Oh man, we'd have to sit down for hours to dissect that. But overall, the program here is it still has its flaws. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure you heard about the West Coast cures, all the pesticides and the vapes. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, man, shit like that happens all the time. Those same issues that you find in Florida with mold, with bullshit COAs, with monopolies, you find that here in California too. If anything, California like bred that.
Do they have
And
Trulieve?
Florida is just doing what California did with the medical program and making it recreational.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. So um, that's why I'm super excited just to let you know like of what's to come.
Do they have Trulieve there?
No, no, truly. I think you know what? I think they do, but I just have not looked. I haven't done any research into seeing if they have Truly. But
We don't
that's a
fuck with
great
them.
fucking question.
We don't fuck
I
with
should
them.
grab my laptop and find out. But I haven't seen one billboard, nothing. Like I don't see True Leaf
Do
here.
you miss Florida? Do you miss it?
I miss the community there. I miss how small it was
Yeah.
because it felt like everyone, if not, you either knew them or knew of them, you know? So you, me, Patak, uh, Chronic, um,
Boogie.
um, just everyone. You know what I'm saying? All of us who do our boogie, you know what I'm saying? Like all of us who do the reviews, we would all like, Florida's not that big. So
Yeah.
we would all like meet up in these events and shit. And that's what I miss, just how tight knit it is over there in Florida. And here in California, it's so fucking big and vast that you have big names in the like most northern part of the state, and each corner of the state you have just like some of the best growers and the best cultivators of hash and rosin and the best growers of flowers, shit like that. Sacramento itself, the capital, is like it's the capital of weed. Like you get like some of the best brands, if not some of the biggest name brands that come from Sacramento.
Yeah. So
It's no longer like the Bay Area.
if
Like
you
right
had
now,
all these
Sacramento
different
is just
people,
killing it.
how do you choose your favorite? Like, what's your favorite brand right now there in
My
California?
favorite brand, it's a local brand here in San Diego. I found them out through Reddit. Funny enough, I'm a fiend on Reddit.
Is there
I'm trying to
like a
wean off the
subreddit there
Instagram.
too? Like how there's FL Medical Trees here in Florida? Is there like California?
Yeah, there is. It's called SD Weed, so San Diego Weed. That's
Oh.
the FL Medical Trees. But FL Medical Trees banned me, so I don't know. I think the
They
people in
banned you?
SD
What?
Weed are a little nicer. They banned me, man.
Why?
You didn't know this? I never told you this shit. They banned me because I was working with cookies, right?
Yeah.
And
So
I was doing like
they get mad
ads
about
and
the
promos and shit for their social media.
yeah, like you have to flag yourself as like an industry rep or something. They get mad.
Oh, I didn't know that. But here's the thing. Everyone on that subreddit at the time, I don't know how they do it now, but at the time, people would just be posting screenshots of sales, going on at True Leaf or at fucking The Flowery, Jungle Boys, Cookies. But I think they were just targeting like cookies.
Yeah.
And because I had posted, like, all I did was say, hey, there's a 20% off sale of live rosin, jam. Like at the time, you didn't really get a lot of jam in Florida. And I was like, yo, people should know, like, these motherfuckers got jam now. And because of that, they banned me. Yeah.
It's fucked up. They
Yeah,
banned the
but
OG.
it's all right because I know that they didn't really like me over there to begin with. They didn't really like my video. You know how they treat reviewers there. So
Yeah, but it's
like it's really no skin off my
not.
ass.
It's like the most vocal people are the negative, like fucking loser type people.
Yeah, they just project a lot of those insecure because like like people who really like give you that hate that you receive because we all get it. But those ones that like go above and beyond, like they would never go in front of a camera. You know what I'm saying? And like do what we do. So like again, like it's no big deal.
Yeah. And then I wanted to ask you, have you seen the Bronny James situation?
Yeah, him getting dropped, the nepotism. Yeah, of course I had.
So you don't think that he worked hard enough to get that second round draft spot?
I think he worked hard enough to oh man. Cause it reminds me of like the LeVar Ball situation, but this is LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? I think he worked hard enough to get into the NBA. Like even undrafted. Like I was expecting him to go undrafted, but still be picked up by somebody. Just the same way Jello Ball. Remember the other Ball brother who never made it really to the NBA?
Yeah, my favorite one's
He still
Lonzo,
got
but
picked up for G League action. And that's where I thought he would go so he could, develop his talents and shit. Because he's not, and in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion, NBA ready.
mhm.
And I thought that, going through the G League or even going overseas would, for a year, would, like, develop his game better. But they're just throwing him out there, it seems. And that I don't think he deserves. No way.
I think he's gonna start the first game.
You for real? No fucking way.
Not because
That's
he's
something
good,
I'm willing
but
to bet. I'm willing to bet with you. Throw down some money for that, because he is no way. I think he might come off the bench for some,
garbage
for
time.
some fucking, trash time. What's
Yeah,
it called?
garbage time. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, just like when the game's already decided. Garbage time. I think he'll come in for that, but no way he's starting. You're crazy.
And then the reason I wanted to do this stream is because I was in the boxing subreddit and I saw this guy commenting. He was really spot on about the Ryan Garcia situation, who's surrounding him. Now, it was actually you.
Yeah. You caught me, man. You caught me. You caught me in the wild. That's right. Ryan Garcia.
What do you think of this
Motherfucker, man.
situation?
I when he first came out, it kind of reminded me when Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback for the Jaguars, first came out. And that happened when I was in middle school. Like his like highlight reel was like going crazy on social media, and I was like, this guy doesn't, this is some hype BS.
Uh-huh.
But it turned out that he was great, just like Ryan Garcia. So I started following him, and there's a Hispanic dude. I'm Latino, he's Latino, so it's cool seeing one of our people, succeed, especially in boxing. But after he took the first L he took from Gervonta Davis, and he goes like off the fucking wagon. You know what I'm saying? Like he goes
Yeah, he used to be like
absolutely
quiet, right?
insane.
He used to be like reserved and like not as like loud.
Yeah, and like it comes off like it's kind of sad because I know he's surrounded nothing but drugs and women and alcohol, and when you're young and you're big and you can fight and nobody can really do shit to you and you're good looking and like people want to be around you, like it's hard not to like fall into that trap. And he did. And you're just like in the last 6 months, or the last year, we've all just witnessed just a fucking like a nosedive of his career, and it's sad.
Especially the other day on Instagram.
You saw that shit?
That shit was crazy. He was saying like whatever he wanted to say.
Oh man. And like when you read what really irritates me is the comments that people leave, defending him and shit.
Yeah.
And it goes to show people they didn't really like, they read a headline and react to it. They didn't actually hear what he said.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm Hitler."
Yeah. He was
He
just
said, "I'm
dropping N-bombs and
KKK."
shit. Like he was fucking saying anything he wanted.
Yeah, and it's like it's like I said, it's sad that he's going off that end, but at the same time, like, dude, you took one L, man. This is how you're taking it. Like, this is how you're responding to that. Like, come on, like, take it with grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn to be better. But like, he's crashing out, and he's not even 30 yet, and he's already like fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like throwing it all away.
Yeah, and what you were saying on Reddit sounded so true. How like the girls around him, like they just want to be around someone famous. Like they have like rich parents, and they just like go from famous person to famous person.
Right. And this is not. And for everyone's sake here, this is not some incel bullshit.
Yeah.
This is not me trying to be Andrew Tate. No, they're like the truth of the matter is the people that you see surrounding Ryan Garcia at a club in Miami. We're talking about Miami.
Mm-hmm.
This is a small city, but a global tourist destination. You got women coming from all over the world here, right, to party and have fun, and like girls and guys. But the girls, this was specifically talking about the women that surrounded him. Yeah, man, like those women that gain access to a guy like Ryan Garcia or Floyd Mayweather, even like, I ain't even talking about rappers because anyone can get a hold of a rapper, you know, like I'm talking about like A-listers, like
Yeah.
people in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Ryan Garcia, people who girls who gain access to him aren't girls that you really went to high school with. Those are girls who like go to fucking clubs every night, gain every list spot they can get. They have just really good connections to all that shit. They're the ones that getting around him. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy because like those people that are surrounding him, girls and guys, like they're not people you want around. Like those are yes men and yes women. They'll just tell you everything you want to hear so they could get a piece of that pie
Yeah.
that he's baked.
Because you wonder like what he does every day, and it's like realistically he's just doing like fucking mountains of cocaine with like a bunch of bitches around.
100%. He's drinking. The thing is, he comes off more as a drinker to me
Yeah.
because he's young. You know what I'm saying? Any young guy can get trapped into that whole cocaine habit. But for me, like you heard him on that.
Yeah, he
What was
sounded
it?
like he was
Instagram or
in bed, like slurring his words, like.
he was slurring hard. Like he sounded like those 11-year-olds you heard in the Call of Duty lobbies. That like
It sounded
the
like a Modern Warfare
PTSD I
2
got
level.
from that like was triggered when Ryan Garcia was just slurring his words and saying the N word and just going off the rails. I was like, damn, this sounds like a child, just a drunk child.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. What'd you think of it? That's what I'm trying to hear.
I mean, I didn't really know him before the Devin Haney thing, but it's just like crazy. Like you've never seen somebody crash out like that, like on Instagram Live and stuff. Like he was calling like Andrew Tate and stuff, and Andrew Tate was like, I don't want to mess with this guy. Like he's just so crazy.
But Andrew Tate himself is also like like posting a bunch of really like racist tweets. I saw
Yeah.
this on Instagram. I don't have Twitter anymore or X, whatever it's called.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. He seems to be crashing out too. I don't know. He's still in house arrest.
But when he was on Instagram Live with Ryan Garcia, and he was like, "Do you really want to say that, Ryan?" Like he was like
Oh yeah,
scared.
that's true. Yeah, I guess he's more careful with that.
Shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
you see, that's how crazy Ryan Garcia is, man. He's got someone like Andrew Tate going like, "Oh, chill out. You need to calm down." Oh
Anyway,
man.
that's crazy. How about the Trump and Biden debates? Did you watch that?
Unfortunately, I did. I try not to get into politics. I really try to stay away
Exactly.
from it, but
Like I want it should be Randy versus G's blood blog. Like these people up there now. Like I
that's
don't
who
want
the
to vote
people
for
should really,
any of
yeah.
them.
That's who the people should really decide the president. Do you want Randy or do you want the guy in Florida or the guy in California?
Like
That's a
two
good.
of the best at the top of the
Yeah,
game. Like
exactly.
the people there
Name me
now. It's
two
like
better ones, huh?
they need to die
No,
off
it's
before they
sad.
vote.
No, it's sad seeing these geriatrics like just argue with each other and like, oh, these are the people that are leading us. Just a felon and a fucking a hospice patient. That's fucked. That's fucked.
Agreed.
But this goddamn man, I don't know where this country's gone, Randy. Where are we as a country, man?
That's why I only care about Florida medical marijuana.
There you go.
There's nothing better to care
That's
about,
the only
brother.
good news you can get. That's still filled with bad news, man. So here's my question: the
Yes.
rec bill. Where do you stand on that? I have yet to see a stance. I've seen you have opinions on both sides, but I want to hear it here. What's your stance on it? Are you
From
voting yes or no?
from what I hear, we don't want it to pass because right, like it's gonna be more expensive and shit. So I don't. I think I'm against it. Like I don't know though. Like I don't even pay it. Like is it coming this year again? Like I'm not even paying attention to it honestly.
Yeah, so it's coming in the ballot this November or December. And what it is that I mean, you understand True Leaf has dumped over $20 million
Yeah,
to
True Leaf
make
wants it,
this.
so whatever they want, I'm against it. I'm on the other side.
Exactly, no, and they decide who gets licenses. The whole medical market is handed to them to become a rec market,
Hmm.
and they're gonna give out those 22 new licenses, but they're gonna if this rec bill passes, they decide who it is. Truly decides. Like not even the lawmakers and the people like drawing up this shit. Truly gets to decide like, all right, these people get it, these people don't. We're gonna cap it at this price, and and everything is gonna go through them.
That's
And that
fucked.
is like
Why though? I don't
so
get it.
fucked.
Because they just bought every license or what?
They fuck I'm blanking out here. But first of all, the first nursery that became a dispensary here in Florida was Truly,
Uh,
and that's because lawmakers and lobbyists partnered up with I think it was called the Johnson Nursery to create Truly. So Truly, since the very beginnings, have had members on the board of directors and the administrations inside the government that decide, what are the rules in the Florida medical market.
yeah.
So that's why they've been able to have over 200 stores in Florida, and the next closest is what, Curaleaf or Air Wellness,
Some shitty
and
one like that.
exactly like total shit. You know what I'm saying? So since the beginning, they've had their hand in the cookie jar. Whereas this rec bill that they're spending millions upon millions to basically monopolize the market and to control who gets what in terms of home grow, in terms of limits on your rec, in terms of all that shit, in terms of taxes and things. Now, truly is the cookie bowl now.
Hmm.
And if that rec bill passes, like those taxes, like I posted on YouTube, you get three separate taxes here, my friend.
Ugh.
If you're buying
Jeez.
legal market, you're gonna spend state taxes, you're gonna spend local municipal taxes. So basically, where are you? Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah. So Orlando, each city and each town that has like dispensaries is gonna have their own tax rate. So you're gonna spend the state's tax rate, the city's tax rate, and basically the service charge of that dispensary.
So that's shitty. I don't want that.
So if you go to Cookies, which I know you're not a fan of, but if you were to go to Cookies and spend $60 on an eighth, you're gonna be spending really what people spend here is $75. Imagine
Sheesh.
$75 for an eighth if you buy like a name brand here in California like CBX.
Yeah.
75 for the eighth.
But then the trade-off is like, is it worth it? Because then like mom and pop dispensaries can open up, right? If there's rec, kind of like
Well,
Colorado.
no, because these are MSOs, and uh, it's pay to play there in Florida. Here in Florida,
Yeah.
there in Florida, it's pay to play. So mom and pop shops don't have the money to even apply for a fucking license.
Even if recreational passes.
That's right, because those numbers are capped. The numbers of licenses are up to the state, and the state is controlled by Truly because look how many millions are being poured into the pockets of lobbyists and
Mm.
lawmakers. So they're gonna go to Truly and be like, "Hey, these people want a license," and they can just be like, "Nope, they don't get one."
That's so fucked. True Leave
Yeah.
is an actual evil force doing
They
evil every
are,
day.
and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching or who who communicate with you, they probably go there. And maybe they know all this stuff, but it's true, man. Like this is not like some giant conspiracy. Like this is a monopoly that they're creating. And just look at the sales. Look at the numbers compared to the Flowery or Jungle Boys or Sunburn, right? I'm hearing that Sunburn is starting to make a huge impression in Florida,
Yeah.
but Sunburn is making like 1/20th of what Truly makes
Yeah.
each quarter.
It's fucked.
Yeah, man.
It's all fucked.
And imagine, because you live in Orlando, I don't know if you live close to like downtown,
I'm in like
but
the UCF area.
oh my God, yeah. So imagine if anyone in UCF can go in if it's recreational.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it'd be like fucking every student, because
Yeah,
Jungle Boys is right next to like all the bars and stuff. So like they just cross the
exactly.
street.
Any dickhead can just walk in and take a spot right there. Now, they're likely to have also a line for the medical users, but imagine how limited stocks will be when it's recreational and anyone can just walk in. You're gonna have you're not the supply is not gonna meet the demand.
Yeah, because
It's
it's like
barely
they can just
meeting
get
the
more
demand
forms and
as
shit.
it is, right? Because the new drops they sell out too.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, how are they just gonna magically like open up 1,000 farms to meet the demand? It's just it's idiotic. It's like amateurish.
The laws and shit here are just stupid. Like I want to be able to import like Japanese fucking crazy ass strains. Like,
Let me show you something. Hold on.
all right. What's up, Boogie in the chat? We got
Now let me
Boogie
tell
in
you.
the chat.
I know I'm talking a lot of shit about the whole rec market here,
Uh-huh.
but I don't really. There's not a true leave in California.
Yeah, like there's none that can like take over the whole state, right? It's just
Exactly. In fact, the legal market is dying in California and the black market is thriving.
why?
So because the way the laws are set up, you can still sell. You can grow.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You can still grow here in California. Anyone can grow. It's just when you're caught selling it is when they like when they actually catch you. They're turning a blind eye to all the growing and shit and selling. It's just not until you get in their way and give them a reason to arrest you. And Randy, if they find your harvest here in San Diego, and I'm gonna have an
They ain't
interview
finding my
coming out.
harvest.
Yeah, if you have your own like warehouse where you're growing weed here in San Diego,
uh-huh.
and the cops were to stumble upon it, the worst that they're gonna do is just take your plants away
Uh-huh.
and maybe give you a fine. But they ain't gonna arrest you. That's the black market. They're killing you. And people just see weed and dispensary as just overpriced mids, which sounds familiar, right?
Sounds familiar.
But with all that being said, I bought this at my local dispensary. Look at this shit.
High seltzer strawberry kiwi Pabst Blue Ribbon, the official Pabst.
The official motherfucking Pabst. That's right.
Holy, how
They
many
made
milligrams?
a high seltzer, basically a White Claw a cannabis infused White Claw.
How many
And I
milligrams
like
is it?
Pabst. I'm a beer guy. You know me, I'm a beer guy. I like Pabst. It's good cheap beer.
Is it like 2,000 milligrams?
Nah, it's only 10 milligrams. There's a cap
10?
in milligrams here in California too.
Wow, it's only 10
Yeah.
milligrams? Why 10?
That's nothing. But let me show you this.
Oh shit, the rosin fridge.
It's the fridge of goodies, I swear to God. This is a shot of 100 milligrams, like
That
right
looks
to
like
the
a
face.
Pepto-Bismol. Uncle Arnie's?
Uncle Arnie's. I have a few reviews on my website, but this shit right here is what I would be clamoring for in Florida. If it does become rec, this, I take the whole shot. It tells you to like take half of it. Fuck that. I take the whole shot. This gets you fucked up.
Is it like a 5-hour energy infused?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Like you're high and you're like up.
Damn.
It's fire. It's fire.
Yeah, we don't have like drinks here at all. Like the dispensary.
None.
That. I wonder why.
You guys have like really strict laws on edibles, man. Like the labeling is
Tinctures.
one thing, but it's only like gels and chocolate bars. Like you guys restricted to that.
Yeah, it's fucked. Some guy in the
It's
chat
fucking
says,
crazy.
"What am I watching?"
You're watching history here. Be grateful,
Don't
motherfucker.
worry, he'll understand eventually. So your favorite in Florida is cookies, right?
No. My favorite in Florida was the Flowery.
Have
It
you been
was
here
Jungle
lately?
Boys, but I switched over to Flowery.
Do you still have your card here? Like if you visited here, could you still go or no?
No, it's expired. But at any time, I can still, I can still renew it.
Did you ever get the 710 list on the flower or no? That's what everybody does. I don't do it anymore.
When they first came out, I did join the list, and then I saw it was like $250 minimum. And I'm like, nah, fuck that.
$250 minimum for like $150 for one bucket, so you have to get like fucking two of them.
I just, yeah, I have, you know what? I have a really poor opinion towards 710. Like, even here in California, like they're overpriced as fuck.
And it's not worth it at all. Like it's not that fire.
Nah, hell no. Randy, I could get here in California in the black market, I could get a half ounce for $80 of like some fucking fire. And that's a half ounce. You know what I'm saying? For like you can get that what, $250 from 710? And it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's quality, but it's like y'all like reaching into my pocket, man. Like you're bending me over and you're putting it in my ass. Like, God.
It's like designer weed. That's what I call it, designer. Because it's like,
yeah,
so you can tell other people.
Designer weed culture, man.
They want to tell other people, like, oh my God, I got the new 710. Like, you didn't get it, you're fucking poor.
Some hype shit. Yeah, man. That's what the culture is now. That's what you're going to see, too, in Florida. If this does become rec, you're going to see, and you see it sometimes at the events, too, that they hold. That there's just this whole high, supreme, you know what I'm saying, high beast, we're bigger and louder than you kind of mentality. And it's just like, it's so sickening because, like a bunch of lemon cherry gelato. It's like, all right, like, you know, like everybody has that. Like, you know, I'm trying to look for some exclusive shit.
Gum.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking, like, come on, like, I want something that'll blow my mind. Not something like the package doesn't matter. Like, you like give me some good fucking weed. You know?
The effects matter. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck about the packaging design. You can give me in a plastic Ziploc bag, but if it's some fucking fire, I'll love you forever.
Facts. Big facts.
Oh, fun fact. Before you get to the next question, I met the man who created the Donnie Burger strain.
The man, the Donnie of Burger?
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Burger himself. I met him at it was a Cannabis Row. It was at a festival that they hold here in San Diego, and they had a theater that they had all these like weed brands in. It was like an official thing, part of the whole festival. And there's this guy just selling weed out of his backpack. I was like, hey man, like, what do you got? He's like, oh, it's my strain. I'm like, okay, what's your strain? He's like, Donnie Burger. I'm like, you made Donnie Burger? He's like, yeah, man, like I came here to sell it to the dispensary, but they're like charging me all these fees and they're charging the customers all these fees, so I'll rather just sell it to you, like out of my backpack. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, let me get like a fucking quarter of that shit.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, I swear, it was like, it happened so quick. I was like, is that really the guy who made Donnie Burger? I was like, fuck. Or was that just some random? But that was some Donnie Burger. And I'm not really a big fan, but that was cool.
Have you ever like IRL streamed? Like worn like a
nah,
like people do? I've always wanted
this is the first time. You're popping my cherry here.
Have you seen like Ice Poseidon and stuff like that? Like IRL streamers?
No.
But
what is that?
I think G's Bud Blog would be the best at this. Like he needs to go to like the dispensary. I mean, not the dispensary, like the festivals here, with like just stream it on Twitch. Like he has the biggest balls out of all of us in the Florida.
PuffCon is coming up in 2 months.
He goes to that, I think. Do you talk?
I'm going.
Wait, you're going here?
I'm going to PuffCon. Yeah.
Have you been there before?
I was there last year. Yeah.
What do? They just get like all their Puffcos together and just do like a big circle?
It's a Puffco circle jerk, basically. No, it's
Have you seen the CEO
before,
the guy with the glasses?
What's up?
The CEO of Puffco, I can't remember his name, but he's like
Jolly Roger.
Yeah. Have you seen him before?
He was there, yeah.
He's like
I was
the
like,
Elon
huh?
Musk.
Everybody was like, there was like a bunch of people surrounding him. I was like, oh, I wonder who that guy is.
He's like the Elon Musk of Puffco.
Yeah, yeah. He's a very big voice in the cannabis community, big time. Very interesting guy. Very, very eccentric, I'll say. He's like Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the white hair yet.
Yeah, yeah. No, at PuffCon, it's just like any event in Florida, man. It's a bunch of vendors, but it's not, it's, man, it's like black and green market vendors. Like you get a lot. There's like it's all the vendors are weed vendors, and then they have like a parking lot full of food trucks and shit.
Hmm.
And they have like art exhibits there, and they have the store, and they have concerts that go on. There's a lot of shit that happens. I have the recap on my YouTube channel, uh, in my volume 4. Um, yeah, man, it's insane. It's like a lot of shit going on.
I just don't have like the balls yet to go out on camera, like in front of people. You know, I've only ever done it in my fucking apartment, like by myself. You know.
It's hard. Yeah, I'll be honest with you because you have to be sort of shameless to
Yeah.
do that. And I grew up with a lot of shame, you know what I'm saying? Like I was taught what shame is. So that's why I don't act a fool on a daily basis. So going out, you're basically like like not only putting yourself out there, but like in a way doing like a main character syndrome
Yeah,
thing
do
where
you
it's like
separate? Like I separate. Like my name isn't really Randy, you know. So like Randy
right.
is like a different. I just say, okay, I'm Randy now, so it's like a different character. Like you have to
Yeah.
believe the lie yourself.
Yeah, yeah, you have it's like method acting, you know what I'm saying?
So do you
Like
say I'm G's Bud Blog when you look in the mirror?
yeah, yeah, I'm G. I'm G from G's Bud Blog. Like I'm the weed guy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're breaking character, but it's like I'm just trying to do this for like my amusement and like for my followers and shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I don't
fair.
mean to like get in anyone's way. That's why even in the recap for PuffCon, I wasn't like over there like, hey, what's up, you guys? Like I'm out here, like like it was just me with my camera, just like walking around, just like, oh, this is cool, like, oh, this is nice,
Yeah,
you know? Like, yeah, I don't do that shit ever. I don't have the balls to do it, and
because you're making
you know,
arts. You make
huh?
arts.
What's up?
I said, because you're making arts. It's like art, right?
Yeah, man, I like the green screen. I like the music videos in the background. That
Yeah.
shit's fun. It's different.
Like that's what inspired me. Like when I made my own channel, I saw you doing it, and then I saw like I can do this in the way that I want to do it. Like, because you look
Exactly.
at most like weed reviewers, and it's like they have their phone camera, and it's like the shittiest
Oh,
quality ever. But like
dude.
you brought a certain
Oh,
quality to the game that inspired me.
that's the thing. Yeah, like, and don't get me wrong. Like, this is not calling out anyone. Like, everyone does their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everyone has the time or even the privilege of like having access to certain dispensaries and shit. But like, there is such a thing as like editing and cutting. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? If you if you're gonna if you're gonna do like a 20-minute review right on your phone and you're doing like long form, like okay, that's totally fine. But just cut out all the ums and all the silences. And you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like that's all I asked for. And like when they can't even do that, it's like, dude, like this is so hard to look at.
yeah. Like some people like they don't know how to express themselves because they need to like take fucking a week to learn how to use Adobe Premiere and shit. They just don't want to.
You can see someone's anxiety on camera and you can hear it in their voice.
Yeah.
And it's like oof, like you're gonna need a few more videos. You gotta pump out a few more before you get good at this shit, man. Yeah. Took me a few,
Yeah.
but yeah, like yeah, you see some other reviewers and you're just like, dude, what is this? Like, come on.
I just turned up my mic. Am I easier to hear now? Someone was saying
Oh
that.
yeah, a little bit.
Wait, let me turn it up more. Boogie in the chat is saying, Randy, I can barely hear you. So hold on.
Oh, true. What's going on, Boogie? Boogie 420, right?
Now it's at 100. Yeah, Boogie
Oh, there you go.
420.
Yeah, now I hear you.
Is it too loud now?
No.
Okay. But yeah, you are the #1 Florida reviewer to me. My inspiration.
No, thank you, man. I always felt like you and I busted out some really good shit. I felt like
We had that one collaboration with I made like a movie with the hat thing.
yeah, that was fire. Yeah, that was a really fire collab.
The #1 thing I hate is I spend all this time and I think it's gonna be like the greatest video ever, and then it gets like 500 views. Is that like
that's
relatable?
okay. Yeah, but you know what? Like that shit's out there. Like a piece of history is out there, you know, and there's no deleting it. It's there forever, which is cool.
But that's how I feel about every video I make. Like I have like an estimate in my mind how many views it's gonna get, and it's never the same. Like even like a video I think is shitty, and I just upload it randomly. It gets like 2,000 views, and I'm like, how? Doesn't make any sense.
Dude, that's the game we play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, moving to California was basically me starting from zero.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So even like to this day, it's been a year. In August 22nd is gonna be a year since the first video I dropped here. And I'm still struggling like getting, you know, new audience members and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the algorithm. And you know how it is with cannabis content.
Yeah, it's like they're like shadow banning kinda like.
Yeah, like they're making it just impossible for your videos to be suggested in the algorithm.
Yeah, that's why I want to like branch out, like to like walk around in real life and stream like even gaming shit is getting more views, but it's not as cool. Like it's not as fun to watch.
Right? Yeah. No, because weed is super interesting and entertaining, and it's just like what the fuck's the point of censoring all this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it that children, like you know, are on YouTube and whatnot, but like shadow banning it, like the extent that YouTube takes it, even to the point where they threaten to take your account down, is like what the.
I know, like I still have a copyright strike on my account. Like I'm almost to the you know how it says like 3,000 hours to get to apply for the thing.
Yeah.
I'm almost at it, but I have the copyright, or not the copyright. They took my video down because I showed like dispensary menus, so they give me like a strike for that. And like I have to wait like 2 more months for it to go away. It's just bullshit.
That is bullshit. Yeah, you see, they're like authoritarian with that.
Like they'll let me show weed in 4K, but they don't want you to go on a website to show like the prices and stuff, just because like they think I'm like selling it. That's what it was illicit goods or something. Such bullshit. It made me so mad.
You're calling me a drug dealer.
Exactly. Have you ever gotten a strike or no?
Huh?
Have you ever gotten a strike on your channel like that?
No, funny enough, I did a review for Preferred Gardens, the geloctane and lemon trees, and they took it down like a week after I posted it. No, like I think like a month or 2 after, and they were saying the same thing that you were saying, that I was eliciting drugs, that these are federally scheduled, you know, drugs and whatever. And I appealed it, and in the comment I wrote, this is all for medicinal purposes. It's legal in Florida, medicinally, and I have the disclaimer on every description. In every video, I have the disclaimer that it's for medical purposes only.
Yeah.
So you would have to delete my whole channel. And I won the appeal. They like put it back up.
Damn. I ain't winning no appeals. They just fucking. I tried to appeal it and they just keep it. It's fucked.
For real, they didn't say shit. Damn. They're harsh on them.
But anyway, I have no more questions. If you have any questions, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. We'll probably be doing this again.
I have a few questions. I do.
All right.
Who's at the top of the game in Florida in terms of flower? Who's at the top?
For flower, I'm always gonna say Gold Leaf.
Oh, you know, I was always so fucking jealous of your channel because Miami never had Gold Leaf when I lived there.
They do now.
And when I tried it at Canadelic, I was like, fuck, Randy is getting the best shit in the state, man.
Cause it's like Whole Foods. It's like organic. Like you can like taste it.
You went to the grow house.
Yeah, I know. Every time I get like a delivery, they ask me how you heard about the dispensary. I'm like, yeah, I've been to the grow. So yeah.
Yeah. Here's a link to how I know this fucking dispensary.
Yeah. But yeah, the grow was cool.
Who's second?
Second for flower.
Yeah.
It's either between Jungle Boys or Sunburn for me.
Jungle Boys.
I like Jungle Boys for the pops because it's $50 for 7 grams, and it's like they always have that. It's never like a sale or anything. They always have that price. So it's like I go there. But Sunburn, it's cheap, but it's not like the effects aren't as good. There's no legs on it.
That's the problem I had too with their shit.
But yeah,
they're really popular over there.
If I want flower, I just max my rec on gold leaf. So it's like
that's the smart thing to do, yeah.
And then Curaleaf is alright, but not the best.
What about Cookies, man?
Cookies is just too far. Like the Cookies in Orlando, it's so far from where I am, so I never like it's in the middle of nowhere in Orlando.
Really?
But it's good though. I've done reviews on it, and like I've heard the cereal milk is good and stuff, but I think I had like some lemon one. It was like limoncello. It's probably my favorite one.
Oh, nice,
but
nice.
That's what sucks in Florida. Like if a dispensary is really far from you, like you're gonna have a lesser opinion of it because you have to drive so far to get it. You know.
Yeah, and if you get a bad batch, you know.
And you just never go back. But yeah, I don't think Cookies is bad. It's just expensive and it's just far. You know.
You need to take a trip out to California, dog, for real, and just indulge in what is Sodom and Gomorrah of weed, the weed mecca.
I've never been on the West Coast before either.
Damn, you gotta see the Pacific Ocean.
Have you been to Colorado? Would you say it's better? California is better than Colorado?
I've been to Colorado just for like a few days. I didn't try the weed there, but I would not live in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too.
Because it's mid or.
Like first of all, it's like the culture is too like country cowboy mountain culture.
Yeah.
Like, that's not me. And like I said, I haven't tried the weed there, but from what I've heard like so many mixed reviews about weed in Colorado. I've heard it's like the best, like rosin and flowery at the best prices, and I've heard that it's all fucking shitty weed. You know.
I always hear about Apothecary Farms. You've heard of that one?
No, never.
It's like whenever I hear about like good stuff from Colorado, I always hear about that one. But
really,
it's weird how there's not like True Leaf is like huge in Florida, but there's no. I don't think there's any other like in Colorado. There's not like one that's taken over. You know.
Right. Yeah. No. They're.
It's weird how True Leaf has done that.
No, they're pulling their dispensaries from different states. They pulled the last one in California, if I'm not mistaken, a few months ago. And now we're circling back to that question that you asked earlier, if there's any Trulies in California. They pulled the last one a few months ago. Right before they got smacked with that crazy lawsuit in Massachusetts where that worker
the guy died, yeah.
Yeah, so they're pulling all they're basically, Randy, they're throwing all their chips into this rec bill. And if it doesn't work out for them, Florida is all they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if it does work for them, they probably just make up the money that they lost for pulling all the services from different states. So Florida is all True Leaf has. And Georgia. I think they're actually starting to make a presence in Georgia too.
Eventually they're going to start poisoning the weed and everywhere. It's going to be like a Chinese takeover or something.
That's right, yeah. They took your beloved harvest, man. They'll take everything else.
Did you hear about Planet 13? Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Planet 13 is no more.
It's Vitacan now.
Is Vitacan?
Planet 13 bought Vitacan's license, and they're gonna still let Vitacan be a thing, but then also Planet 13 is coming. Is how I understand it. Like if you go on the Vitacan website, it says like "Welcome Planet 13 to Florida."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably, probably just Planet 13 branded weed then.
Yeah. Is it mid though? You have it there?
We don't have it in California. That's like strictly in Vegas. I think there's one in LA actually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's like hours away. But there, Planet 13 is just is all hype.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the Disney World of dispensaries. Like they're just another regular dispensary that just has a bunch of high tech shit. That's all.
And like shit on the walls, like it's like Fridays, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Flowery. If the Flowery spent like 3 million on just the interior.
Yeah.
Like they're like, forget the weed. Like they just want everything to look fancy and shit. A tourist spot.
Exactly.
But Vatican, I'm surprised they even had enough money to do that.
No, the Vatican got bought.
Oh, they
So
got bought.
I mean, now they have money because they got bought. But
What do you think of Vatican then? Shit.
Vatican, like they're like super cheap now. So like you can get like rosin for like $30 a gram, I think, and like
Huh.
every single eighth is 19. So yeah, super cheap.
That's how Fluent should have been.
Fluent is just off the fucking map. Like they're just terrible. Like they're expensive and bad. Like you can't be both.
Yeah, straight up. It's expensive. I remember those prices, man. Like 65 for Fluent brand weed. I'm like, what the?
And then you open it, it's like crumbles, and like you sneeze, and it just goes everywhere, and it's gone because it's so like
Yeah,
leafy.
it's the dust. Ridiculous. Oh, man. But look, I don't want to take any more of your time. I appreciate this live stream. We definitely got to do this more. Hey, whenever the next big event happens, we gotta huddle back here and talk about it.
Exactly. We're just figuring it out for now, you know? Just figuring out the streaming life.
No, it's great. No, man, you really got it down. I'm loving these icons in this corner of the screen.
I know, I gotta get more. I did this in like an hour because I didn't know. We figured all this out today.
It works, though. It works. It's great. But you take it easy.